Hi, my name is Steve Bowler, and in this video I'm going to be configuring OSPF virtual links. I'm also going to be showing you guys an alternative to using virtual links if you're given a task to connect, say for instance, in this case what we're going to do is connect area 6 to area 0 through area 23, but we're not going to be using virtual links. We're going to be using another method, which is GRE tunnels. To establish that connection from area 6 to area 0. Above, from area 0 to area 5, what we're going to be using is virtual link. In that case, we're going to hop over router 4 to area 14. We're going to be hopping over that area to get to area 0. So one thing here real fast, I'm going to change these area IDs, kind of misleading. We'll put this area 145 because it has router 5, router 4, and router 1 in it. Also down here we're going to change this area ID to area 236. Again, in OSPF, remember, every area that you create has to connect to area 0, with some exceptions, which, you know, comes in virtual links and GRE tunnels. So we're going to look at those two exceptions. Also, real fast here to point out, in this scenario, I have created loopback interfaces, loopback 0 interfaces on every router in this diagram. For instance, router 1 is going to be 1.1.1.1 with a /32 host mask. Router 6 is going to be 6.6.6.6/32. So we're going to be using those loopbacks in some cases. So hang with me here. What I have already done is I've already created, the network topology. Only thing I have to do is go into area 5 and area 6 and create those loopbacks. I haven't created the loopbacks yet. I haven't even started OSPF yet, so we're going to start from scratch on router 1. What I'm going to do is go ahead and enable OSPF process 1. We're going to be running it for, let's do a do show. What we're going to do here is we're going to put its FA00 interface. I guess one last thing we should do here is show you guys the layout of the network IDs or the subnet masks. The router 1 and 2 are in subnet 12. They make up area 0, the backbone. Area 236 consists of router 3 and router 2 being in network 23, and also router 6 and 3 being in network 36. That's area 236. Excuse me. Router 4 and 1 make up network 14, and that's going to be in area 145. Also, router 4 and 5 make up network 45, which is part of area 145. And then again, area 5 over here on the side is loopback 55 on router 5, and it's got this 55.5.5.5/24 network. And area 6 on router 6 is loopback 66 address. Interface is going to have the address of 66.6.6.6/24. So try to say that 3 times fast. Anyway, back to the config. What we're going to do is go in here, router 1. We're going to set up area 0 first. We're just going to put the interface Fast Ethernet 00 in area 0. So we're going to use the network command 192.168.12.0. Okay, we're going to use the /24. So anything that's in the 12 network, anything on this router that's falls within the 12/24 subnet mask is going to be trying to advertise itself into area 0. We're just going to make it easy. You can also do, more specific, like a host mask on this, so that you're only going to advertise the 12.1. You can make it, network 192.168.12.1 0.0.0.0. But let's just keep it simple here, and we're not going to run into any problems this way. So we're going to use that network, put it in area 0. As you can see here, we have a fast unit at 0.1 on router 1, and that is going to router 4. So again, we're going to advertise that network is 192.168.14.0, and again /24, and remember that area is 145. Let's just look at our diagram again. Yeah, area 145, and that's it for router 1. Let's go on the other side of the OSPF area 0, which is router 2, and we'll go ahead and do a do show IP interface brief just to get our bearings on the IP addresses. Here we're going to do router OSPF 1. Network is going to be 192.168.12.0, 0.0.0.255. Again, this is area 0, and you should see the neighbor come up instantaneously. Okay, there you go. Have a neighbor relationship. And what we're going to do now is we're going to first, I guess we can verify the neighbor. Do show IP OSPF neighbor. See here, my neighbor ID is 1.1.1.1, which is router 1's highest IP address. Again, something to point out here real fast is how OSPF, processes the neighbor ID, or I'm sorry, the process ID of the router. If we do a show IP OSPF 1, which is process 1, you see here on router 2, we have the routing process has the ID of 2.2.2.2. What we need to do is hard code this router ID in OSPF, because if we're making virtual links, what you guys will learn later is that virtual links use, we can use the router ID of the router to establish the virtual link. So what happens is, if we don't hard code that router ID, say we add another